Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Hit one. Hit one if you're on there for me. That way I can see you guys on here. I want to make sure my microphone is good to go. I want to welcome everybody to the War Room Experience launch. We've got a jam-packed house, and so that's exciting. We've been dealing with hundreds and hundreds of emails, and so that's good news for us. It's good news for you. But the best news is that I'm excited that after about a year of planning with my team, a ton of money, a ton of kinks to iron out, we can finally offer you guys the War Room Experience, which has been in high demand for quite some time now. So I don't want to waste any more time with you guys hanging tight. I know we're running about 3 minutes late, but we're watching those numbers creep up just to make sure everybody got on that wanted to jump on. I want to make a quick disclosure, which is that I am not very good at webinars. Just not. So don't expect it to follow a typical webinar pattern, okay? That is not going to happen here. I also have my support team who is going to be pouring through questions, and they're going to help me try to sort out. What do you need, John? Okay, sorry. I've got a support team here help me organize all these damn windows that are open because I want to make sure I can answer questions for you guys. It is live. It's not a recording. So let's kick off on this thing with another disclaimer. The reality is that I suck at these webinars, and you probably suck at lead gen. Okay. There's no sugarcoating it. You guys know I don't pull punches. You know I don't play games. I tell it like it is, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. It matters none to me. The truth will set you free, friends. And I believe that acknowledging that the reason you're on this webinar, excuse me, the reason you're on this webinar, the reason you're interested in the War Room, the reason you're most likely here is because you're looking for a change. You're looking for something different. You're looking for an actual win. The bad news is at the end of this webinar, I won't be any better at webinars. Okay, I just won't. And that won't change at all ever, I don't think. I won't follow processes and protocols, so don't expect that. The good news, however, is that you will be crushing it in the lead gen space when this thing is all over. And I don't want to sound fluffy. I'm not going to be presenting you with the financial disclaimers. And the reason I'm not is because I am not going to promise you riches. I'm not going to promise you anything that I can't promise. What I promise you, what you will get when you come to the War Room Experience, what you will get from this webinar right here, right now, is the truth. You're going to get the everlasting truth, the raw, real truth. Okay, so if you are an entrepreneur, if you are in the internet marketing space, if you have been in lead gen, if you got out of lead gen, if you were in it and failed, if you were in it and got refunded, if you got in it and poked, if you got in it and realized that the people you were listening to, the person that was teaching you, the professional that was pitching you was full of shit, then there's a reason you're here. Okay? You need a win. You need a change. You need a chance. Why you shouldn't be here is that if you think that you're going to win in business, if you think you're going to build an empire, if you're going to change your financial future, if you're going to be able to have a business that you're not afraid or embarrassed to tell your neighbors, your friends, your priest, your girlfriend about, your boyfriend, then you need to understand you will never build a business from a set of bullet points. You're never going to build a business from a PowerPoint presentation or some PDF download or some stupid goddamn ebook. That's the truth. We're going to just come out hard hitting. I'm going to start punching things right out of the gate. There's no reason to mess around. So if you think that you're going to have a business, if you think you're going to succeed in anything, I don't care if it's lead gen or not, and you think that succession is going to happen through an online course of some sort, just go. Just hang up. Not interested. I am going to give you some nasty truths. These truths will hurt feelings. These truths will not be as politically correct as some might anticipate. They could be or should be. I am going to give it to you raw, okay? The reason that I'm going to give it to you raw, outside of the fact that I'm on my third scotch this morning, is that failure The one thing we've all become all too familiar with, failure is the byproduct of bullshit. And while each and every one of you guys out there need to be accountable for your own actions, you, in truth, are not to blame in full. Okay? I'm not going to say that you're not responsible or accountable. If you decide to do jack squat with your life, if you decide not to follow what you're being told, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about in any business, college, high school, grade school. Hell, you can go to a dance class and not listen to the instructor, but the byproduct of the failure is a byproduct of all this crap. That's all I need you guys to understand. It's shiny objects, fake experts, bogus claims, misinformation, false hope, fluffy numbers, lucky wins, hoop dreams, fuzzy math, the truth. The bottom line is that you guys need nothing more in your life than truth. You need nothing more in your business right now, in your decision to change, but the truth. And all those things I just went through, I can go through them again, the fuzzy math. How many times, I'm going to go backwards here a little bit. I told you it's a little unhinged. I don't follow any process, so just go with it here. Fuzzy math. You know good and well when you watch some other webinar somewhere, you listen to all those crazy, magnificent sounding numbers, how much money they make. There's 10,000 people that took that damn class, and they got 3 testimonials. They don't talk about cost. Let's talk anybody on Facebook? I know all you guys are on Facebook. If you are on Facebook and you've been around any time in the last, I don't know, 3 months, you've seen an epidemic, an invasion of these Facebook marketing experts, these purported lead gen professionals, these guys with everything under the sun, all the answers. You can do 5 minutes of work and sell, $5,000 a month consulting clients. That's called fuzzy math, people. Notice on those advertisements, nobody ever tells you how much they spend on those ads. Nobody. They don't cop to it. Hoop dreams. They sell you the dream. They don't sell you a reality, because dreams sell. It's easy. Lucky wins. Oh my God, this is a big one. There's a guy on the internet right now. I'm not going to say his name because I don't believe in bashing people, but I bash concepts, not people. But his first name rhymes with Ann, and his last name rhymes with Landry. He out there claims in his ads that he will make you a lead generation marketing expert. And the reason he makes that claim is because he spent a good part of a year busting his butt, doing nothing but trying to win, to get 5 or 6 wins, get a half a dozen wins, so that he could then parade and bandstand those things around as a reason for you to buy his course. Fluff numbers, we've been through that. False hope, we've been through that. Misinformation, they give you half the deal. Come on, guys, if you're in the lead gen space, if you learn this from anybody, if you've been in the marketing space, misinformation is the key. It's the misnomer. They tell you 50% of the truth and let you guess at the reality of it, okay? Bogus claims. There's some guys that flat out lie to you. Lie to you. I've got millions of dollars worth of this. I've got problems. I need your help. These fake experts. Look, I'm just skipping this. This is just going to drag us all down, all right? So let's get back to the truth. The truth is that these guys are all full of shit. And they're all too chicken shit to give you the reality. Not in the war room, baby. Not with me. You guys all know that I don't pull my punches, and I'm not going to start now. They sold you something, you bought something, they won, you lost. That's the sum of all parts. Can you guys understand that? Do you know that burn in your stomach? That twinge, that hatred, that gurgle when you decide, when you see that little countdown timer going, when you got to buy this tool or it's going to double in price, when you are convinced that your life will be different by having this next new shiny object, this next new fun thing, this next new SaaS, this software, something, and it's going to all of a sudden make your life different. You know who wins? The guy you just paid. That's who wins. Not you. I'm going to tell you this right out of the gate. There is nothing in the War Room experience, there's nothing in my repertoire, there's nothing in my tool belt that I'm going to throw at you and say, you need to buy this tool. I'm going to have recommendations. I will have recommendations because tools help scale. Tools make us efficient. So there are tools, but I make you this one promise. These are not my tools. These are not special tools. These are not super expensive tools. These are everyday tools that we are all probably very familiar with already. And that, my friends, is how we built our multi-million-dollar lead generation business. We tried it all. We were like you, buying everything under the sun. You don't even want to see my credit card statements. My JV Zoo toolbox looks like a zoo. I got shit everywhere. I forget what I got. Upsell this, upgrade that. Oh my God. They sold, I bought. They won, I lost. And when we decided we had enough, when we decided that enough was enough and that we wanted to run a real legit business, something we could be proud of, something we could possibly hand our kids, something I could tell the neighbor about, not have them roll their eyes, we realized that we had to go back to the core of what no one can sell you. Not a tool, not an object, not a SaaS, not a software, not a product. The one thing not one person on this earth can sell you is effort. We made the commitment. We made the commitment that we were done drinking the Kool-Aid. And listen, I want to say this too. I understand there are some tools out there that work. I understand that there's some tools out there that really can make your lives easier. And frankly, I understand the value of that feel good. I understand the value of the confidence that some of these tools give you. And I'm not saying cancel your confidence. I'm not saying cancel your so-called safety net. What I'm saying is stop counting on the goddamn stuff, because none of it's going to change your world. So let's fix that. Let's fix that. There are 3 things that I want you guys to remember that are needed to succeed in the business world. I don't care what business it is, but this is lead generation. And there are three things that you need to succeed when you're learning the space to win. Okay? Education. You need to have the right teacher. The right teacher. I remember my first day of college, short story. I remember the first day of college. I didn't graduate college, by the way. I went to one day. In fact, I think I went to half of one class in one day. And I realized that I'm going to pay all this money to learn somebody else's opinion. And that opinion will mean nothing to me at the end of the day if I can't use it or if that opinion is incorrect. Education is going to be the key, guys. It's key number 1 to your success story. Making sure that you're being educated and taught by someone who knows what the hell they're doing. Not somebody who's lucky. Some of you guys saw that video I think I sent out with the blind squirrel can find a nut. That's called luck. It's called luck. Just because somebody has a couple of wins doesn't mean they can parade around that testimonial and call everybody an expert. Bullshit. Education comes from blood, sweat, tears, and a ton of money, a ton of experience. You want experience, you want education, you want somebody who actually knows this business inside and out in every single aspect. You're looking at them. You're hearing them. Number 2, tools. I just got done bashing all these damn tools. I just got done slamming them. Tools are important. They scale. They're efficient. My business partner, his name is John as well. We call him Jay-Z for short. You guys met him, I think, in one of the videos. You'll get to meet him more. And if you come to the War Room, you'll get to be annoyed with him just as much as I am. But at the end of the day, he is a magician. He's literally an engineer. He quit engineering to come build systems for my crazy ass. You want to know how to make a spreadsheet do cartwheels? I have to go drink a half a bottle of vodka to just go have a conference with him. Drives me nuts. But the point is, tools will help you in this game, and I'm going to show you some of those tools that you can use. Number 3 is the effort. We talked about that already, but those are the 3 elements: education, tools, and effort. And I want to ask you guys a really important question. How many of you have purchased a program, bought a training, joined a group, got into a mastermind, bought some private Facebook, what do you call those things, James? Private Facebook group, whatever the hell. Really? Is that what it's called? A Facebook group. I'm going to learn a fucking business from a Facebook group. And a set of bullet points. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. An effort. How many of those 3 elements do you ever get when you buy that junk? When you buy that crap, how many do you get? I'll tell you. 1. You get one. You never get two. You don't even get three. You only get one of those things because they can only give you one of those things. Why? Because if they gave you all three, then they can't sell you anything else. They can't sell you more shit. If somebody out there, if some expert actually provided you with all three of those elements, education, tools, and effort, then they're out of business. Their business of selling you dreams is no longer a valid business, and they're done. They're out. Good news is I don't sell tools. I build businesses. But let's talk about why among all these so-called experts, I am the one you should be listening to, because I feel like I'm standing on a pulpit screaming and yelling and screeching, and that makes me no different than the last guy you listened to on some stupid webinar. Okay? That's the truth. I don't sell tools. I build these businesses. I'm not interested in peddling tools. I'm not interested in peddling a $9 commission. I'm not interested in affiliate links. I don't have a blog. I don't have any of that shit. I'm interested in anything that helps me scale and put more money in my pocket, because I tell you what, there have been times in my life where I made the same decisions you guys have to make. Do I buy groceries or pay the light bill? Do I fill the tank or pay a credit card off? Which credit card, which Peter do I rob so I can pay Paul? How often are you Paul in that equation? Never. Everybody else is getting paid. You just keep doing the paying. So why am I the expert you want to listen to? Because I run the largest lead generation company in the country. And I mean that definitively by our footprint, our buying power, our reach, our scale, our ability to generate interest, and our results. We don't do auctions and we don't arbitrage. And if you don't know what those things are, well then we really need to help out. We really need to fix some things. You need to get a better education if you don't know what those things are. But in the lead generation business, we are the biggest. We control 66. Say control? That's too weak. We dominate 66 different industries. We generate thousands, not 5, not 10, thousands of inbound calls from small business owners all over the country who say, I heard about you guys, I want your leads. Now, they don't come to me with that because of some superfluous webinar. They don't come to me that because I put up a billboard on I-95. They come because we tell them the truth. We don't sell them bullshit. We tell them exactly how it is, why it is. We tell them how to communicate with the prospect. We teach our prospects a little bit about the business so they can make educated decisions. We build businesses, people, including our clients. So I am the expert you need to listen to because I decided. I decided when I was in your place, I decided I didn't want to do this shit anymore. I wanted to change it. So we built to scale. We generate thousands of inbound calls. We generate hundreds of thousands of actual leads. We spend millions of dollars on national advertising. I don't rank website. You know what, John, I don't know if we should do this. I'm sorry, guys. I said John. It sounds like I'm talking to myself. JZ, I know we have stats. Okay, guys, let me ask y'all a question. Let me get y'all involved because I'm just ranting and raving. Guys, there's a lot of you I know in the lead gen space who got involved through SEO, SEM, ranking and renting websites, that sort of thing. I mean, fundamentally speaking, you're counting on Google to keep you and your business alive. And being that they change their algorithm more than once a day, I think that's a pretty silly business model. We knew that from the start, but where I'm going with this, John, or Jay-Z, is that we actually have tested every theory. And we have about 800 websites out there. We have about 800 domains, a little or more than that now. We have 800 locally ranking websites as part of our model to test scalability. And I don't know if they can hear you. Maybe you should come in here. Or actually, you know what? I'll just ask you. I'll just repeat it. You showed me a stat yesterday that we debated putting on this webinar, which was the reality of what we do versus what they do. So, guys, let me paint this picture for you. I'm sorry I don't have a fucking slide. But it is what it is. We do national blended media. We do online, we do directories, we do organic, we do television, we do radio, we do Pandora, we do Spotify, we do white pages, yellow pages, blue pages, purple pages, you name it, we do it all. We don't look at any vehicle as an off-limits vehicle. If it can convert calls and we can make money, we utilize it. There's your secret, people. There's the secret. We use blended media on a national level. Why on a national level? Let me answer that question for you. We do it on a national level because there's a simple equation when you talk about advertising that the gurus and the purported experts don't want to fucking tell you. And that's the bigger your footprint, the more cost-effective the lead. The more cost-effective, the cheaper the advertisement. So rather than rank a little local website, rather than find a website ranked out in the boondocks, rather than do any of those things, we decided we were going to buy our traffic. We were going to put commercials out there. We were going to spend a bloody fortune. Because if we could buy the leads, if we could pay for the advertising and the traffic that would generate those leads and still make a profit, we're doing better than anyone else. That was the deal. And so, as a comparison, let me round this out. See, I'd go on and on. Y'all just shout at me and push, like, just type in shut up, and one of my guys will come slap me if this is too much. But we did a comparison on one of our national blended media campaigns versus one of our locally ranking websites that's been in the map pack, the top 3 of the map listing for about the last 2.5 years or so. In fact, we get visitors here at the office daily. I showed a couple of those visitors these stats yesterday. But the truth is that our blended media campaign generated us for one client in 1 month, in one niche, in one location, a lot of ones there. We generated 5,000, what was it, 5,000? It was over 5,000 phone calls in 1 month. We earned almost $150,000 from one client in 1 month, in one niche, in one location by using blended media. We had an 82% conversion rate on that blended media, which means 82% of those calls were billable. I mean, in comparison to that, our high-ranking website that's been out there for 2.5 years with all the same shit, great reviews and directory listings, we probably spent thousands of dollars getting it and keeping it there. It's a constant battle. We generated from that website, guys, we generated 324 calls. 324 in the same month. You know how much we got to bill for? Just over $1,500. Why? Because it was a 3% conversion rate. The traffic was junk. It was spam. It was garbage. It was no good. And that's the same crap that you guys are falling for with some of these courses, some of these programs that you're learning. So why do you need to listen to me? Because I build businesses. I build real businesses. We have tools, technology, and systems that allow us to give you the stats and the numbers that I just gave you. Those are not bullshit numbers. That's the reality. Hey, I've helped perpetuate the crime myself. I used to teach. I used to be in forums. I used to do events. I used to do all this shit. And yeah, man, go. Try. And that is true. Effort counts. Yes, can it work? It can. But when you want to talk to the guy who does this all day, every day for a living, this is how I feed my family. And this is how my entire staff, our call centers, our sales teams, this is how every single person feeds their family. This isn't, we're not peddling a bullshit product. So let me tell you about my results. Let me tell you about them. Hundreds of inbound calls daily from small businesses that want my leads. I showed you guys on the video. If you didn't see it, I'm sorry. You can go back and do it. Maybe John, Jay-Z, you can put a link or something to it and a replay. If you guys are interested in it, when I'm digging through these questions, I'll go back and send you guys out to the link for that video. But we generate hundreds of inbound calls every day from small business owners that want what we have. What's that? What do you guys do? What do you guys do? I know what you do. You sit around the computer, crossing your fingers, praying to some version of Jesus that you're going to be saved. That somehow your spam efforts, somehow your non-ranking website, somehow your non-existent brand is going to all of a sudden flip a switch and have floods of businesses pouring in. It's not going to happen. It's not. It takes effort. We generate in return thousands of monthly calls for our clients by using that massive buying power and national reach. And I can tell you at one point we didn't have massive buying power and we didn't have national reach. It was a risk. We took a chance. Any of you guys out there who remember the power of an infomercial remembers that, or maybe you don't know, but if you're in the marketing world, you should know. Infomercials were done in test markets. These guys would do a $50,000 commercial, buy $50,000 worth of airtime, and if they didn't get a 500% return, you never saw that commercial again. We were in that boat. We did that same model. Sure, okay, I'll buy $300,000 worth of TV airtime, and if I don't generate enough calls, or if the calls are too expensive because it doesn't generate enough volume, then lesson learned. I'll go back to building websites and hoping they rank. But guess what? That didn't happen. What happened is we dominated an industry. We dominated a market. We became monsters. We became the guy people fear. And I want to share that with you through War Room. We've created a sales funnel that converts more prospects than any other system in existence. That's a bold statement, but I'm standing on it because I created it. You're not talking about some bullshit. You're not talking about some guy who hasn't done anything or a guy who stumbled into a few wins. You're talking about a guy who created it with the intent to take heads. We understood, guys. Let me back up. Some of you who are in the lead gen business are probably sending out a few cold emails. You might be sending a few warm emails. You might be doing some cold calling prospecting. You may have an auto dialer or a robo dialer. You may have a couple of those things. But let me tell you something. Every single one of those points of contact is valuable. Here's something nobody has ever taught you. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Every single contact, even if they ignore you, has a value. If you're using some tool to scrape the internet, if you're buying lists from a directory or a repository, great. Fine. Each and every prospect, even if they ignore you, even if they report you for spam, every single prospect has a value. And that value needs to be taught to you. I want to show you a bucket system that we built for every single prospect that we generate. The bucket has a value, and let me just simplify it. I go into detail in the War Room because it can get complicated, but let me just simplify it. You've got an ice-cold bucket, you've got a room temperature bucket, and you've got a scalding hot bucket. And every single time you communicate, talk to, or respond to a prospect, every time you touch that prospect, they will move from one bucket to another, hopefully from cold to hot. The problem is not one of you out there actually has a system in place that effectively places a value on each one of those prospects and then funnels them accordingly to convert. Light bulbs going off? Lynn wants to know how we can make the money. Forrest says, replay would be killer. Keith, you lost the audio. I'm sorry. I'm still here. Lewis, you're in. Glenn, love you too, brother. MR, got kids in the room. Cool the swearing. I'm sorry, man. I don't pull punches, man. I don't pull punches. Let's see. Sounds like okay. Let's see. Sounds like thanks, Glenn. John from Canada, hello. All right, guys, I'm just trying to who said that? Let's do it. Rich. Yes, Rich. We're doing it live, brother. There's none. Okay, so guys, you guys are all adult content, Gail. Sorry, baby. It is the way it is. You don't want me to sugarcoat it. If you do, there's about 10,000 other professionals out there you can go train from. I'm giving it to you real because I think that's what you guys deserve. Lower the volume if you need to. I understand. I won't be offended, but I'm going to give it to you straight. I've created, let me get back to those results because I think you guys need to hear just a couple more reasons why I am so disturbed at what the marketing world has done to guys like you, guys and gals like you. Okay? They haven't told you the truth. They've sold you one piece of the pie. I'm done with it. I'm freaking done. There you go, Gail. I just said friggin' instead of the other one. I understand all the elements that go into building a legit business, especially in lead gen. I understand all the different vehicles that you can use to generate prospects. So let me fly through these so that way I can just, you know, we can move on and I can maybe start doing some questions and answers for you. I knew that when shit got tough, oh, I did it again. When poop got tough, Gail, you're going to drive me to drink. Hand me another scotch, James. I knew that at some point in time, in order to save a business, you have to pick up the phone and do things you don't want to do. That 500-pound lead weight called a telephone, where you have to call up and on a humbled knee basically beg for business so you can keep the lights on, it sucks. It really does suck. It sucks horribly, and every one of us has done it, okay? But I've created, for me and my team, an unstoppable over-the-phone sales process that has us closing deals every 15 minutes. And I'm not kidding. Listen, this is not some professionally trained sales expert guy. This is me. I went to half-day college. I spent the rest of the semester drag racing drug dealers for the pink slips. That's how I made my money. Okay? You're talking about a guy who cut his teeth in the dirt. And I can close one deal every 15 minutes. We even videotaped it. At one point, I was trying to convince my entire team to do the Ken John Close Challenge. Make me get drunk, see if I can close, jump on a treadmill, see if I can jog at 3 miles an hour while closing. Can I hang upside down off the roof while closing, try to distract me, whatever, you name it. That's how good I am on the phone, and I'm going to teach you the same tricks. We've built a system using these tools, these everyday tools. I'm not going to say they're all super cheap, and I'm not going to say that you've heard of every single one of them. But none of these tools are tools that I own. What I can say is that John, as an engineer, has taken all of the guesswork out of them. He's tested them. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars we've spent experimenting, sometimes with the same tool. And I'm not talking JVZoo tools, people. I'm talking mega stuff. $36,000 for a single license kind of stuff. Okay? We built a system of outbound marketing strategies that generate for us 60 to 80 new appointments every day. Who on this webinar gets those results besides me? No one. No one. 60 to 80 appointments, booked appointments. I'm not cold calls, emails, booked appointments, 60 to 80 every single day, guys. I'm going to have Jay-Z, my engineer, my business partner, sit down and outline exactly what that is and how to do it. I know that a lot of you know that I'm great at sales, and I've already, announced that, I think, quite enough. But in the process of doing all of this, I've created a blueprint for overcoming objections, destroying excuses, and dominating over the phone with no fear. No fear and no chasing down deals. I know you guys are scared to pick up the phone. I know you're scared of objections. You know why you're scared of objections? You're scared because some asshole out there didn't teach you how to overcome them. You're scared of objections because there's holes. There's things missing in the training that you got. Obvious things. And you don't realize that until after you've forked up all this money. You don't realize any of this shit until you've already paid through your nose. And then by then you're committed. You're committed. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to go tell your wife or your husband, I made a mistake. I spent $1,600, it's been $5,000, it's been $15,000 to play with a piece of Swiss cheese. It's a very expensive lesson to learn, and I don't think it's fair for you. I don't think you should learn that lesson. I don't think you should have to pay for that lesson. And that says, let's wrap up my results portion of the game show. When you combine all of those wins, I've created a lead generation system that makes real sense, actual sense to you guys as students, you guys as entrepreneurs, you guys as investors, you guys as people, as humans. Better yet, it makes sense to your prospects as customers. Because way too many times I've seen this. They send you out into the darkness, into the wilderness without a flashlight, and they tell you it'll be okay. Just follow the rules. Just follow the lead. Follow the steps. Just do what I'm telling you to do, and it'll be all right. Well, who's it going to be all right for, asshole? You or me? Because I'm going to be stuck holding a full credit card statement while you're sitting there going on vacation. Let's wrap this thing up, guys. Why should you be listening? If you don't know already, I can't help you, but my wins can be yours. All of this stuff I've just discussed, all these mentalities, this mojo, all of these things that we have learned, all of these tools we use and processes that we deploy and implement, I want them to be yours. Education, tools, and effort. The War Room, baby, is all three. I am not interested in one. I'm not interested in piecemeal. I am not interested in half-ass efforts from you or my team. And when I sat down to plan this, and the reason we plan this is we've had a ton of people show up at the office. We've had people randomly appear. We've had people sleeping in the parking lot. We've had people sleeping on the floor just to get a piece of what we've got, because we don't do this. Our business, guys, is lead generation. Our business is not course peddling. So when I'm offering you guys, what I'm about to offer you guys through War Room is all three. I don't want to keep selling you shit. Here's what I want. Here's what I want from each and every one of you. I want you to learn this the right way, so that if you leave my office, if you leave the War Room and do jack squat, you don't do anything, it's your fault, not mine. We agreed, my partner and I, my entire team, we sat down, the attorneys, the planning board, all of us, we sat down and said, we won't do this unless we do it this way. You know what, guys? War Room. I'm bringing you guys here 10 at a time to my office, in my office, to work face-to-face with my team. Who in the hell offers you that? No convention center, no meeting hall, no back room anything, no bad restaurants, no nothing. My office. Let's see, Howard, you're asking if this is like another company out there. What? Are you serious? No. No, no, no. Listen carefully. I'm about to explain it. War Room is education, tools, and effort. War Room is my team, face-to-face with yours. In the video I showed you, we went and got some desks to line up. We cleared out my furniture, so now I can't watch TV at night. All I can do is stare at those desks and say, I'm going to bring these guys in. And the reason I want to bring you guys in, the reason I don't want to shuffle you through a conference room, I could have done that. I could have bought a hotel out. I could have charged you $10,000 for a ticket. Grant Cardone. What's Grant Cardone charge, right? $15,000 for an afternoon? Ridiculous. The room's all three, and you're going to do it in my office. I'm going to let you look under my skirt. I'm going to put you in my office, not next door, not somewhere else, in my office, and I'm going to give you all three of these things. Guys, get your calendars out, because this is important. You don't want to see that. Sarah, no, baby, not free. I need you guys to look at your calendars, please. This is really important. This is really important. These are the dates that I am doing this War Room event on to start. My goal is to train 10 of you every month, so that when you leave here, you put in the effort, you become essentially a part of our team. I want you to have access to my tools, my technology, our leads. I want you to have access to our inbound, outbound system, our technology, my fulfillment system. We have a huge network of almost 100,000 sources to generate leads from. I'm going to have Jay-Z and my engineering team teach you how to log in when you sell a deal. After I teach you how to sell that deal, you're going to go sell them. And you're going to sell them like crazy, and you're going to go in, log in, and you're going to put that deal within our system, and it's going to go out to our entire network, and the fulfillment will begin. And the good news is, because I teach you how to sell this deal the right way, because I teach you lead gen the correct way, the real way, the way that can be sold, the way that can be counted on, you won't lose sleep at night. You're not going to second guess it. You're not going to be having the debate, is it fulfillment or sales? Which comes first, chicken or the egg? I'm going to fulfill for 9 months and get a website ranked. Then I have to go and sell it. By the time I sell it, the website's no longer ranked. By the time I've collected the money and then the website's no longer ranked, I've got to go start giving refunds. It's a shit show. These dates, June 25th through the 28th, July 9th through the 12th, July 30th through August 2nd, and July 13th through August 16th. That's 3.5 days in my office, guys. Those are the dates I'm doing a launch, and there's only 10 seats each of those days. Only 10. Why? Because it's in my office, not a convention center. It is in downtown San Diego, yes. It is in downtown San Diego. We are in downtown, the heart of Gaslamp, the entertainment district. Obviously, I couldn't be in the suburbs. I need to sneak out at 9:30, 11:15, 12:45, 2 a.m. I need to sneak out all hours of the day and night to make sure I can go get my social hour on. Uh-oh, let's see. What did I do here? Uh-oh. Maybe that scotch is kicking in. These are the dates. 10 people at a time. Mark your calendars. I'm going to send you to a page. I'm going to give you a link to a page that's going to explain everything in detail. Let me give you guys a really quick overview of what is covered in everything that we're doing. Day 1. Day 2 covers the War Room Masterclass. Howard, I think you asked me, is this the same as another company? Hell no, because I'm not giving you a PDF to print. I'm not drip feeding you anything. I'm giving it to you live and in your face. The War Room Masterclass. It's going to show you how we dominated 66 industries. It's going to show you how I closed 142 new locations in a single meeting. It's going to show you exactly how I did 1,938 one-sit closes. One-sit closes in 6 months. And I'm going to show you, here's what everybody wants to hear. I'm going to show you how we target clients that pay us $100,000 or more a month for one niche, one location. They're not easy. I'm not saying this is easy, guys. What I'm saying is that I'm going to hand you the only real chance in hell you have of ever building a real business, and that's by coming here and sitting with me, with people who actually do this shit every day for a living. We're going to give you the truth about lead gen in track 1. We're going to do building a real business exercise in track 2 because you need to understand, I need to correct your valuation of what the lead gen business is about. In track 3, I'm going to give you an understanding of what tools that actually work, and none of them are mine. In track 4 of the masterclass, I'm going to teach you all about the unique selling proposition and the power of your brand. Even if you don't have a brand, even if you don't have advertising dollars, there is a way to build a USP, a unique selling proposition that makes you exciting to your prospect. I'm going to show you how we book appointments faster than anybody else I've ever met. I'm going to teach you about the sales funneling prospect to convert shoppers into your clients. I'm going to show you how to dominate the phone in track 7. I'm going to teach you guys in track 8 of the masterclass how to trade your emotion for logic. Because you know what? For years, you've been buying products based on emotion and not logic. And we tend to let that transcend into our own lives, into our own businesses. When that's what we train ourselves, it's Pavlov's theory, right? We keep conditioning ourselves to be emotional, make emotional decisions, not logical ones. We screw shit up. I'm going to fix that. In track 9, I'm going to destroy buyer objections. I'm going to teach you how not a single objection can stop you. In track 10, I'm going to show you how to close the deal. 99% of everybody I've ever taught in sales screws this part up. You wait 6 months to get a response. You wait 3 weeks to book the appointment. You wait for them to show up. You spend 2 weeks chasing them down. Then they ask you, well, who the hell are you again? Then you spend 30 minutes on the phone begging them for a deal. When you're done with all of that, you send them a piece of paper that looks a lot like a contract, sounds a lot like legal fluff, and then you spend the next 6 weeks chasing them around. I'm going to show you in track 10 how to close the damn deal on the phone. And following up with that in track 11, I'm going to show you the reality of following up. People like to say the money's in the follow-up. Yeah, it can be. You know what? You know when the money's in the follow-up? The money's in the follow-up. Let's see. Hold on. Derek Jones. No, I'm not showing them. I will direct you to a place where they are. I just don't want to keep clicking these buttons because I told you I'm not very good with these webinar things. Randolph, same thing. Let's see. I don't think I have that. That's the chat window. James, do we have slides? I know I told you to take them off because I didn't want to flip through. There's 3 slides. Let's see what they are. Masterclass overview, workshop. Okay, well, that's not going to describe it. I'll send you guys the link in short order that will tell you, kind of give you the outline. But I thought it was more important that you hear it from the horse's mouth before I just start dropping links down your throat. So bear with me. Bear with me. So we're going to go through the reality of following up in track 12. I'm going to do questions and answers. Everybody loves that because you guys can ask me pretty much anything and I'll answer it. Bring your earplugs, Gail. Track 13 is a doozy. It's called Lead Fulfillment Done. Yeah, I'm not going to teach you to go sell something and then leave you standing there. Remember, this is a 3-part process to success, and I'm going to give you all 3 parts. I'm going to train you. I'm going to have my engineers train you how to use our fulfillment system, which is a network of 100,000 resources that allows you to plug in the terms of your deal. Put in the terms of your deal, hit publish, and you're off to the races. And then track 14, the final track of the actual master class itself is managing your deals. You know, everybody wants to sell these ideas that residual income is the key to your financial future. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Let me tell you something. The reality is that you're always fighting for a customer. Nobody, you tell me, guys, give me a professional that's actually told you the attrition rate. Attrition rate is the lack of a stick rate. It's how many people drop off, how many customers fire you. I saw a name on this list. I'm not going to say his name, but I saw a name on this list of attendees when we first got started that is actually one of my client/former clients. And I'll just tell a quick story. He fired me 3 times, and he got a call from me every single time. He fired me 3 times. Now we're doing business together. I'm not sugarcoating it. The money is not in residuals. It's a lie. It's a farce. The good news is that there's a way to create a long-term stream of income by building a solid business rather than convincing yourself that everybody you sell is going to stick with you forever. The second part of the workshop, I'm sorry, did I just screw that up? I did. The second part of the War Room is going to be a workshop option, okay? A workshop option. That's where the tool part comes in. So the first part, the masterclass, is the education. The workshop portion of the War Room is where my engineering team literally sits down and sets up all the tools with you. They're not free. Some of them won't be free. They're not expensive either because we're not doing that to you. But like if we do ClickFunnels or lead pages or I don't know, Robo X something or other, whatever. Listen, we've got. If you want to keep sending out 10 emails a day and cold prospecting that way, go for it. I'll show you how to prospect 8,000 emails a day. Does that excite you? Does that excite you? Because what I'm going to do in the workshop, it's 14 tracks, and I know that we're getting close to the hour mark. It's 14 tracks that are going to show you exactly what we do to generate our prospects. Every single tool, every single funnel, every single step of the way. And then we've got the effort part, the trifecta, right? We got education, we got tools, now we got to talk about the effort. Well, how many guys out there don't want to put in the effort without a $20,000 price tag to some super mastermind mentorship shit program? Come on in and I'll let you hang out with me for 15 minutes and I'll give you amazing advice. That's bullshit. That doesn't work. The third portion of the War Room experience is actually doing it with you. I built a full-blown studio. I'm not talking some painted wall with a green screen, and I'm not talking about holding a cell phone camera up. I built a full-blown studio. You guys may have seen it in one of the videos. The reason that studio exists, the reason I spent that much money, the reason I invested a ton of money in a real studio is because it takes professional gear to get professional results, and I'm sharing that with you. So in the done with you stage, That's where the effort comes in. I'm going to teach you everything about the business. I'm going to show you all the tools with the business. And in the third step, if you choose to go with the done with you, you won't leave and come back. We won't do this over the phone. You're going to stay here with us and my team, and we are literally going to build your funnels, shoot your pitch videos. We will do the recordings. We will literally write the emails with you. We will not let you leave until it's done. I am doing something, guys, as I promised. I'm giving you something that does not exist anywhere. Because when you leave here, somebody asked me, are we selling your deals, DD, are we selling deals for your team to fulfill, or your team can fulfill? It's a good question. Sort of. My team doesn't fulfill deals specifically. My team buys media in 66 different industries across the country. Okay? What that means is we generate a huge amount of phone calls and traffic. What we're going to do is teach you how to plug into our system with your zip codes, plug in with your deal, so that the system can do what the system does. The technology takes over. You will not be ranking websites. If you want to, go for it. I don't care. But that has nothing to do with what we're doing here. It also will connect into almost 100,000 of our publisher networks. These are SEOs. These are other marketing people. These are other television networks that can choose to take on one of your deals. The bottom line is you guys need to understand, if you've learned this one way, it's probably been the wrong way. And I'm going to teach you that by not making over promises to your customer is the safest, smartest move you can make. But I'm going to show you how you can fulfill with confidence. Let me see if I got some more. Do you use any pay-per-call? What do you mean, Howard? Everything's pay-per-call. We do no incentive-based. We don't do co-registration. We don't do form submits. We don't do emails. We get paid for a ringing phone. And do we have the technology to track that? Absolutely. Will you get access to it? Absolutely. You will get, everything is pay-per-call. If you're asking if we do pay-per-click, no. We don't teach pay-per-click. I'm not here to teach you how to fulfill, because you can't go buy what I can go buy. Is this like, I mean, you guys, if this isn't answering your question, then let me know. I'm not asking you to go be a miracle worker. I'm not asking you to run around with palm fronds and turn water into wine. I'm asking you to come here and understand that the big boys out there can do it. Now, why, you might ask, why would I care? Why would I care? Why do I want to help 10 people at a time? Because I'm not helping you. I'm helping myself. I'm helping myself. I can only be in so many places at once. I can only be one of me at a time. I can only answer one phone at a time. I can only train so many people at a time. But if you guys are hungry for a change, if you guys are hungry to be in the business, if you guys are hungry to do this stuff, what a better group of people than you to go to. I teach you the right way. I teach you to sell it the right way. I teach you how to fulfill it the right way. It's a win for everybody. So let's see. I'm going through here. You want us to work on your team. Rebecca Happy, no. You're not an employee of mine. That's not the case. I'm going to teach you how to sell what I sell, which is how we built our business. You scale to what makes you most comfortable. I'm going to teach you how to generate appointments on scale. You scale as comfortable as it makes you scale. What I am going to do, what I am going to be able to hand you is the platform that you can put those deals in once you sell them to have it done on autopilot. And I don't mean autopilot like ranking websites and praying to the Google gods that you actually generate traffic. I'm talking about a system built to generate leads, managed by my team, whose entire existence, entire purpose is to make that phone ring, because that's how we all get paid. Guys, I think it's about time. We're at our hour mark. I am going to go through and answer some of these questions. I think the best way to do this, though, is for me to send you guys the link. John, the link has changed, so I'm going to have to pull up my email real quick. Well, but don't send it to me, because I can't log into my mail. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're live. HTTPS. John here changed the link on me. Let's see. What is it? War Room what?
War-room.
Okay. Here it is, guys. I'm firing it off to you guys in the chat. Let's see. How do I do this? Entire audience. War Room experience. I can't hear you. Okay. The link is fired off. I want you guys to realize before I start going through these questions, I can only take 10. There's 4 dates. That means, let's see, as of right now, there's 491 people, attendees on this webinar. I can take 40 of you. I can take 40 of you. These are the dates. They're 4 dates. If we get wildly successful with it, meaning you guys are excited and pumped, maybe I can open up some more. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it goes for you guys. My goal is to do this once a month. But the truth of the matter is that you guys have been burned so many times. I don't want to offer something so far out that you change your mind about the business. I don't want to offer something so far out that you lose interest in the business. The goal here is to come here and kill it in the business, not for me to convince you that you want to be in business. Okay? I also want you to keep in mind we've got 3 levels because I'm being transparent. There is 0 upsell. There is no upsell. You will not get a thank you page but buy this shit. You will not get a thank you page but buy this course. You will not be brought here to be sold a course. You will not be brought here to do anything except for learn this business. And you have 3 ways to do that. I've outlined them on that sales page for you so you can understand what it is. 2 days, it's the master class. You want to add to it the workshop, or you can do all 3. I'm giving you the choice. I'm not just forcing it down your throat. I'm giving you the choice. You decide what fits most comfortably for you financially. These things were considerably higher, and we had multiple debates and said, look, the bottom line is we'll make our money when these guys learn how to go out and sell leads. So this is, let's see, can you resend the link? Sure. Let's see, how do I do that? Well, I see it. I need to find my chat window. Let's see. I'm going to send the link again. I'm driving. Can you send link? Sorry, guys. I'm working on it. I'm sending this to some of you guys. Sending you guys some of the links privately, like if you're on your cell phone. That way you get it. There you go. Like I said, guys, hang tight with me on this webinar. Hang tight on this webinar, and what I'm going to do is go through for a few more minutes. That way you guys can go about your day. I'm going to go through and try to answer some of these questions for you. I tell you what I would like you to do, though. If you guys have a question, if you want to talk to somebody on my team or even me, then why don't you put your email address and phone number in the chat box? I'm going to piss everybody off. Not the guys on the webinar. I'm going to piss my whole team off. Everybody's ass just squeaked in the entire room. They're all staring at me going, eek! I'm not promising you that this thing will last, because I run a real business, and that business is lead gen. I don't do courses. What I can promise you is that I want to take 10 of you and make you monsters. And I'm willing to do that this far in advance. That way we can get you guys into commerce. I don't want to plan stuff out too far. Are there going to be dates that are better than others? Yes. We tried to balance it. Look, they have this thing called Comic-Con San Diego. It's like the Mecca for guys that like to dress like Superman. It's like $1,000 a night for the hotel room. Okay? So we made sure to scrape for gaps. We thought to scrape for gaps. What we're going to do, just so you understand this process, is when you purchase your ticket, you are getting a guaranteed seat at one of these dates. My team will contact you sometime in the next 24 to 48 hours. Hell, it might be me calling you. And we will arrange what day works best for you. We will provide you with a welcome kit. That welcome kit will help you with hotel discounts. It will give you a map. It will tell you about all the fun stuff we're going to do. Like, do you guys think that we're going to do this without more than one cocktail hour? No. Do you think we're going to do this without a fancy fat steak dinner? No. We might even go to the club. Can y'all see me dancing around at the club with the disco ball? Jay-Z's rolling his eyes just watching the dollar signs roll out of his pocket. It's awesome. So guys, here's what I'm going to say last but not least. If this page, the date, you guys look at that sales page, if that date disappears, it means it's done. Okay, it's done. What we'll do is keep in touch with you. We'll let you know what's going on. If somebody has to drop out or cancel, I want you guys to remember these are 10 people coming to my office face to face. I'm not playing games. I want you to commit and commit because I'm committing to you. I'm committing. So I want to end this by saying thank you. Thank you to every one of you who put your trust and faith into me. I want to say thank you to every one of you who have repeatedly motivated me to do this. Because without you, I wouldn't. I don't need to. I can keep ignoring Jay-Z and going to the bar against his wishes and, you know, having a good old merry time. So I want to say thank you to everybody. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are interested in asking me a question, if there is a question that I need to answer, I'm going to scroll through here for just a few minutes. Glenn, love you too, brother. Greg, thank you. I'm getting the emails. I see it. I see everybody on here. Let's see. Rebecca, girl, I can't wait. Just so y'all know, I met Rebecca at another event a while back, and Rebecca hid from me. She might as well have hidden under the table. She did not want me looking at her, much less talking to her. Yes, Michael, you will get my buying power and my media. You'll get everything, dude. Okay. Let's see. I don't know your name, but it's B. Simone. I'm going to answer your question. Will you help us understand how to build a team of our own so that we don't have to use the phone ourselves? Here's what I won't do. I will not let you come here thinking that I'm going to put you on autopilot. I don't believe you should be in any business or telling anyone to do a job unless you're doing it yourself first. So you can do like me, okay? Follow my story. I did it all on my own until we figured out a way we could do it on scale. It's been a long road. It hasn't been an easy one, but we figured it out. So if you take what you learn here, you apply it so that you know definitively what you're doing and how to do it. You know what's going to succeed for you and what's going to fail for you. If you do those things, then yes, you will be able to build a team so that you don't have to pick up the phone. I rarely pick up the phone these days. You know when I pick up the phone, and I wish I had your full name because I don't, B. Simone is just weird for me to address you as. But let me tell you, when I pick up the phone is when my sales guys don't produce the way that I think they should, or I start looking through the CRM, and I'll give you the access to the CRM too. But when I start digging through the CRM and seeing like follow-up call canceled, appointment missed, I start seeing all these warning signs and these red flags. I jump on that phone, and I jump on that phone fast, and I prove to them where they are failing. You have to be willing to do that yourself. Okay? Let's see. All I want to do is sell the lead gen beast way and have fulfillment handled properly. War Room offer this? Yes. DD. Yes. That is what it's here for. The War Room will not represent your fulfillment. Okay? I want to tell you that. I'm not going to go run ads for you. I'm not going to go build websites for you. That's just not what we do. I don't do that for anybody. What we are going to do is show you how to incorporate the deals you sell the right way into a system that delivers the right way. Okay? That's what we're going to do. You can set the parameters. If you decide you want to try to buy phone calls for $3 a piece in the water damage space, that's your prerogative, not mine. I'm going to teach you the rights and the wrongs, the ins and the outs, and I'm going to leave the decision making up to you. But we will be here to help you with that. Because the idea is if I'm going to take my time out of my schedule to teach 10 people face to face, then it's my goal to make sure that you guys succeed. I give you all the benefit of the doubt. I give you all the tools that I can give you to succeed. Does that mean I can hold your hand and do it for you? No. And I don't think any of you would expect me to do that. Okay? Let's see. Howard, let's see. We got all that stuff. Greg, Greg. Yes, you fired me, and I kept calling you. That was my client, guys, by the way, that I told you about earlier, the story about my client firing me, and I kept picking up the phone and calling him. So B. Simone, there you go. I called my client. He fired me to my face 3 times, and now he's a business partner of ours. He's one of the most awesome men you can ever meet. Hopefully he might be here for one of these war rooms, because he's in the water damage space, and this man is a genius. If I thought about it, Greg, since you're on the phone, you're on this webinar, if I thought about it, I would have put you on so you can tell everybody how great I am. Greg has 14 kids, 12 kids. You're a better man than I, sir. Yes, in San Diego. No, Gail, I will not wear a skirt unless you ask nicely. Sarah, no, not free. Sorry, darling. Howard, I've already answered that one, I think, which is no, it's not similar to what anybody else has. Let's see. Lewis, I'm worried that, okay, I understand what you're worried about, but I am trying to do the best that I can. I'm not asking for $15,000. I'm not asking for $25,000. I'm not asking you to book something 6 months out. I'm not asking for any of that stuff. I'm asking for a small commitment for, well, let's just say 4 days of my time. 3.5 days. You guys aren't going to be leaving. We're going to go party. We'll go do something crazy. We'll go do something fun. 4 days of my time. It's like $900, and there's going to be, look, it's going to be like 5 to 1. No, it's like, well, how many? It's going to be 5. We've picked 5 of us. I've got Laura, James, Jay-Z, and myself, and then 10 of you. It's nearly one-on-one in my office. If I showed you what everybody's salaries were, you wouldn't be even doubting it. So I think it's a steal. I think it's a steal. I wanted to make this affordable because what I wanted from you guys was commitment. I didn't want games. I didn't want you guys to have to run around and wander lost. I wanted commitment from people who wanted to win. Guys, I have taken up a ton of your time. I really, really appreciate you guys being on here. I'm going to start wrapping this up in the next 30 seconds. Please put an email, a phone number. Okay, hold on. I got some questions coming in. Luis, I am going to say, I don't know if it's Luis or Lewis. I'm not sure. I think it's Luis. I'm going to say that the money, okay, his question is, will you be asking me, or do you need a ton of extra money on the back end to be profitable if I take the top tier program? No. The idea is that you utilize scale. And to be honest with you, what I think I really am going to prefer to do is utilize the systems and tools we already have in place on our nickel to help get that going. So for example, if you guys come in here and you really are a powerhouse, you're really catching on, you understand the business, you're taking in what I'm saying, and I think you can go out there and kill it, dude, I'll make your phone ring. I'll make your phone ring. I don't want you to rest on my laurels, and I don't want to be your crutch. Because what kind of business owner would you be if that's all you did? You come put in the effort, and I don't mind making your phone ring. I don't mind helping out. The benefit of this, guys, just so you understand, and I know I've got a ton of these questions that are very regimented and very bulleted. The bottom line is that you guys are asking these questions because you've never seen anything like it, and I love that. That's got me excited. I'm going to go have another scotch. It's awesome. I mean, you guys are just nailing it because you're now absorbing and understanding how different this is than anything else you've been to. Okay? So, let's see. Dee, I'll handle War Room offer this. Dee, are you listening to me? This is the 10th time I've seen this message pop up, and I want to make sure that I get you answered. So I'm going to sell the lead gen beast way and have fulfillment handled properly. War Room offer this. Yes. Absolutely. You will learn how to sell the lead gen beast way. You will become a monster. A badass. And fulfillment will be handled the proper way. You know why? Because there's no mystery to fulfillment. It's math. The screw up is when you're taught to sell it the wrong way. Roar. Yeah, you got it. All right, guys, I've about blown my vocal cords out. I'm going to have James and Jay-Z and Laura go through these thousands of comments because I'm sure I missed some good ones. And we're going to try our best to answer any questions that you have. My advice to you, figure it out, jump on board, get on that landing page. Let me send it to you one more time, just one more time, one more time. How do I do this, John? I don't know what I'm doing. Let me send a chat window. Oh, there it is. I know what I'm doing. See, guys, I'm smart. I'll figure it out. I just sent the link one more time out to everybody. Cheston, I'm going to send it to you right now as a private link. I just sent it to the big group, but I'm sending it privately. Randolph, thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those words are awesome. Kathy, let's do this. Why don't you? I'm almost afraid to do this, but you know what? I've committed to you. You're committing to me. Let's do this. I'm putting my personal email address in the chat window. Oh boy, here we go. Email me. You got questions? Email me. Here's what here's the only promise I can make is that one of us will get back to you ASAP. Okay. Again, as long as this page has dates open, it will be open. Once they're all booked up, and it looks like it's going to be going pretty quick, actually. So I don't want to talk too soon, but if it gets booked up faster than even I expect, which may just happen, then you'll see what's called a reservation link that pops up, which is where you can reserve a first come, first serve, first opportunity, first right of refusal on another upcoming event. If you guys plow me, if you guys annihilate my schedule with this stuff, like if you guys are sending me emails saying, hey, dude, I'll come tomorrow, I'll drive in, I don't care, whatever, I'm open. You can sway me. I like scotch, J&B special blend, FYI. Anybody wants to bait me. Guys, thank you very much. I'm going to end things here. Love you all. Look forward to seeing each and every one of you soon, and I look forward to sending you guys another awesome email in short order. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. See you soon.